Hi there, this is Ranjit from tech2buzz.com, and in this video we're going to do the benchmarking and gaming review for this LG Optimus 2 Dual. I've already done the unboxing, so you can check out that for more info. And let me start with some casual games. The specs on this phone are pretty decent, I would say. And let's start with Subway Surfer, and it does take some time to load this game. Let me keep the volume at max. The GPU on this is Adreno 203, and as you can see, it can play this game fine, but I do see that it skips a few frames. It's not the smoothest gaming playback that I've seen for the Subway Surfer. But again, you shouldn't have any problem playing this game, because most of the part it is very playable, as you can see. So let me get out of this one now. And next let us run this Temple Run 2, a very popular game. Again, loading of games do take a while on this phone. And another thing that I want to talk about is that you might not be able to play very heavy games on this, because you cannot move the game data to a SD card. I tried with a few apps, but it doesn't work. Again, the speaker volume is not very loud, I would say. It's on the low side. Again, for most of the part, it plays this Temple Run 2 game without any issues. But I would say it does tend to skip a few frames at times. But again, it's playable for most of the part, as you can see. Also, as it's an IPS grade screen, the viewing angles are pretty decent, I would say. So this is Temple Run 2, and let me get out of this one now. One thing, if you noticed, is that this phone has these touch type capacitive buttons at the bottom, and they are not the most responsive. In my testing, I have found that sometimes it just simply does not register the click, so you have to hit it multiple times. Now let me also show you dead trigger. So this is dead trigger, and we have to kill zombies in this one. And for most of the part, I would say the game was very playable, but it tends to skip a few frames. As you can see, we are skipping a lot of frames now when there is a lot of action. And it tends to skip a lot of frames when there's a lot of action going around. But nevertheless, it's playable, I would say. So this is dead trigger. So let me get out of this one now. And let me also show you some benchmark results. First, let me show you the quadrant. And let's go to system information. As you can see, the model name is LG P715. And the CPU is a dual core processor. Max frequency is 1 GHz. The minimum is 245 MHz. And RAM is 768 MB. The GPU is Adreno 203, and again we have a few sensors, but not all the sensors. And actually I saved this course for this quadrant, so let me show you the same now. And these are the quadrant scores, and our device got a score of 2741. As you can see, nothing spectacular, nothing bad. It's a standard score that we get on a dual core Android phone. The total is 2741. The CPU got a score of 5107. Memory is 1244. IO is 5531. 2D is 385 and 3D is 1437. I also ran the AT&T benchmark and we got a score of 6257. And as you can see, this is the AT&T score. And the thing is that to run this AT&T benchmark, I had to run it 3 or 4 times because the phone was crashing it almost every time I ran. And I had a similar experience with the NinaMark also. And as you can see, we got a NinaMark score of between 31 to 33 FPS, which is kind of a mediocre score, I would say. And as you have seen, it can play mid-range games without any issues. One thing I found is that many times like this, now if I hit the home button, as you can see, the phone has just simply crashed. And this is happening a lot with this phone. With quite a few apps, it's just crashing, and now I have to just restart the phone. It's not responsive. As you can see, if I hit any buttons, it's not responsive. And now we have to just restart the phone. And in my testing, I had to do this almost 6-7 times a day. I don't know what LG did. They didn't optimize the phone or something like that, but it crashes a lot. I'll be doing a full in-depth review of this phone soon, so stay tuned to my channel for that. That's it for now. This is Ranjit from tech2buzz.com, and I hope to see you in my next video.